This conference will now be recorded.
In the last session, we have covered Jira part, right? So now one more tool I will try to introduce, that is Quality Center, or now latest what you can call it as ALM also. Why I'm introducing this one also? Why? Because see, if you have knowledge on multiple bug tracking tools like that, then it is even when you go attend interviews like that, it will be good. So I'll give this introduction to this quality center. Okay. This quality center is a name called like earlier version. It was basically, now they are latestly what you call it as ALM. ALM means application lifecycle management. Okay. So this ALM is basically now generally you will be calling it as ALM only now. No quality center. Quality center was the earlier version. Okay. But we will be learning this QC version only because uh, in my system, I think whatever the yes we have that is in QC only ALM part, just look and feel and will be changing. So just you will get some idea at least first. So how to work with this ALM, you'll get the clear picture on that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I think in my system this ALM is not available, but that earlier videos I have, I want to share with you all to make you understand at least. Yes, I have knowledge on other tool as well, right? So one Jira tool is enough to present in your resume and apply. But additionally, I'm giving this part. Why? Because to explore more, like you have some more idea on that other management tools as well. Okay. So what is this ALM means? It is basically a test management tool like Jira. It is a test management tool, we can say. The bug tracking and reporting tool, we can say. It is also version controlling tool. And also you can say like it is basically a can use it for automation purpose, like a, automation script execution. Can be done here. Okay. And manual test cases can be written. in test plan module, and also test case execution can be done in test lab module. We can import test cases into ALM from Excel file to test plan module. But also there is a facility we can do that also. Okay, and also we can raise the defect during test execution from test lab. Not only that, we can raise the defect from defects module also. One more important thing is we can generate reports from we can generate reports quickly from all the modules, basically from a dashboard tab, you can say, or module, you can say. Like that. We can also generate a report. We can also generate a report by writing the queries. And export to basically this ALM contains two sections. One is site administration. Second one is that is quality center or ALM. As I told you, quality center, now the names ALM, like, So in site administration section, what we will be doing, this is not for you, admin purpose, administration section. In this section, as a admin, we can able to perform below activities like creating users, creating the users, creating the projects, assigning the users to the project. This is all you can do. So basically, we can do a lot many things like as a permission set. You can what I'll show you that one. Basically, if I want to log in into quality center section or ALM section, first you need to have credentials, right? So generally, if you have credentials only, you can able to log in. So who will give that credentials? First of all, some admin used to create the project. Suppose your project is backlog application, you need to create that project. You need to create users. Also, you need to assign that users to the project and give permissions so that you can log in into that section. So that purpose, that admin section will work. We are not going to connect. For learning purpose, I'll give you to learn. So how to create a user, how to create project, how to assign users to the project. Is all you can learn because since we are learning stage. But in the real world, when you join the organization level, you cannot able to work on that site administration section. So next, you will be working on this QC section. How to connect with the quality center section means for site administration section, you have some separate URL. Okay, something like HTTP colon to forward slash. Suppose your local host, if you have server name, it's a web-based application only, colon, a port number you will give, port number, and forward slash SA bin. If it is SA bin means it will be for site administration. It is QC bin is for quality. QC bin is for quality center. So they'll give you that site URL. You can connect to that section and provide the credentials. Enter the UID, enter the password, and authenticate. Then check your project. Okay, and then log in. Okay, once you log in, we get this section. We'll get in QC. There are some 8 modules in quality center. 8 modules. One is requirements or test management module you can say. Next, requirement module. Next, business component. Next, test plan. Next, test resources. Next, test lab. Next, defects and dashboard. This is all you can see. Okay. So management module, what it will be doing, in this section, We can create the project cycles. Okay, this section. Releases, comma, cycles, and specify dates like start date and end date. Like that, right? So we can, in a sense, the concerned right who have that permissions for this section. Okay, requirement module means all the project requirements in this uh, project requirements will be creating in this section. Business component, you can, it is for automation and all the business, like it is not applicable for you. And test plan. In this module, or section, or in this section, we can create test cases for every requirement, and also we can import test cases which are already prepared in the Excel file. Suppose sometimes already you'll write in the Excel file. Later you want to import into the test plan. Yes, you can do that. Not only that, we can also, we can also save automation, especially that related to UFT, Unified Functional Testing, test scripts here. UFT means Unified Functional Testing Tool. This is also one of the automation tool, right? And test resources. This section is for automation purpose. Like all reusable components, like will be placed here, like repository. You won't be coming across with this, but still. Okay. Next, library files, environment variables, recovery files, etc. All you can put in the resources module. And in the test lab, we will be creating the test sets. So what modules are important means this module is important. requirement module is important as it for the tester. The test lab is important. These three, if you know, is enough. Test lab, what we do here, we create test sets and map test cases to the test set and perform execution. Right, cycle wise. Yeah, cycle wise, cycle 1, cycle 2, or SIT, UAT, whatever you do, that all test cases will map to the test sets. Each set is one requirement, let's say. So for every requirement, what are the group of test cases are there, you will map to the test set and you will execute them. And in the defect section, whatever the defects we identified, here we, in this section is for reporting defects. And dashboard is for generating reports. So if you know this is good. So this is all, whatever I explained just now, I will share it through videos here because the tool is not available in my system. Okay, the tool that my videos only, the previous session videos I will share with you. You can go through that. So first you should go through with site administration module. Then you go and look into the quality center module. You'll have both idea. Okay, just idea purpose I'm sharing you all. So just understand, and whenever you get time, you go through this. Okay, this will be helpful for you more.
Sir, mainly what is the difference between this Jira and ALM?
Hmm. Jira is a test management tool, you can say, and also QC is also a test management tool. Whereas QC is what you know, like generating reports, as I told. There also you can generate report, but here it is more like a predefined way. Yes, for agile point of, what is the main difference is for agile point of view. Okay, agile purpose, agile terminology is what you are seeing like Scrum, Kanban, like creating sprints, creating stories. You cannot see this all in the quality center. You have to go and create in the form of folder structure, and then you have to perform. But whereas in the Jira, already predefined structure is there. Just you are adding the stories, and you are going in that way. That means the terminology is related to Scrum. All that can be seen in the tool, whereas you cannot see like create stories, epics, and what you say, sprints and all. You
Templates.
cannot directly, you cannot, the templates you cannot see here. Okay, the Kanban template or Scrum template, you cannot see the template kind of thing here. Just you'll have that modules. You need to create the structure, and you have to perform the activities step by step. Like requirement module, you'll have requirements. In that requirements only, you have to create sprints and all. I mean, like user stories and all, like sprint one. So you are planning the activities in the form of folder structure. Those sprint the test cases only you are going to plan it in the test plan module, and those test cases you'll move to test lab for execution, and like that you'll plan. Like generally STLC process you see. So generally the traditional models, how we have the requirements, planning, design, coding, testing, how you have seen STLC process, the same STLC process, only the steps you are following, you can able to see here, right? Is that when you observe briefly the test plan, you observe here requirement, test plan, okay, test lab. Test lab is for what? Execution only. So you're first what we are doing, we are gathering the requirements. Then in the test plan, we are preparing the test cases. And then in the test lab, we are executing the test cases, tracking the defects and reporting the defects. And finally, we are generating the reports. So that flow you can see here, right? So whereas I cannot see that template kind of thing, like Kanban template uh, or a Scrum template. Like. But those activities also we can perform here also from this tool, but in the form of folder structure we do. Moreover, like if you are using any automation tool like UFT, then this tool will be helpful. Like you can execute your automation scripts from ALM also. Like how you are saving your test cases manually, you can also save automation scripts here. You can also execute in the lab automation scripts, and you can track your defects. So same way, how the manual process is being done, same automation process also can be done this through tool. That means you need to integrate. You need to integrate. It helps in integrating. One more point I'll add. We can integrate with UFT tool, automation tool, and work. That is also one more point. So I'll just play one.
Sir, for each module, like we should create our own structure, right? Sir?
Yes, so that I have videos. Don't worry. That practically you can see, right? I'll show you.
Yeah, yes. No, sir, just a bit.
For each module, folder structures we need to create here. Whereas there in the Jira, already the template is there. Just clicking on that button, create the story. Or clicking on that button, create the sprint. Right. So those facilities you cannot see directly here. You should have it in the form of folder structure. But we can perform. We in QC also you can able to create all your Scrum process activities, whatever we are doing. We can also go and plan and execute them here also. But everything will be in the form of folder structures. But whereas in the Agile is simple. Agile process activities all will be performed in Jira very easily. So that's why we prefer whoever following the Jira means that means you are in the Agile projects. Right, if you are in agile project, there are some people like traditionally like banking sectors and all, they go with a traditional like waterfall model and all. So how they go, they'll get the requirements, they'll understand the requirements, then you will write the test cases, then you execute them. It goes in a slow way, like so there how it will be. Requirement means you create requirement folder only, no sprint folder or no user story folder, just requirements. In that requirement what test cases are there, that all you'll write like that. So if you go in that old traditional way, you can follow this other ALM kind of thing. Especially Jira, the agile process means they may go with Jira Python. So that you can easily track the information. Where exactly? I'll show you this. I'll play one video. Or else, wait. And also, there's some queries I told. I execute the queries. This also I'll share it with you once again. you need to play through VLC media player. Okay, just give you this. First download and open this all your VLC media player. Okay, don't share it to anyone. Okay, just can you check? I have shared. You can able to download. There is a player called VLC media player here. So this, if you have, okay. If you not have, download this and open via VLC media player. You can, it will open. Okay, and let me show you one video. So how to work with site administration section. In this system not been installed. That's why I'm sharing the video. Otherwise I could have shown. So right click, open with a VLC media player. After downloading,
I think we can only go through that sessions.
Yeah. Just I'm
Division.
giving you. Sir, are you okay with this, or is it fine? Right? Are you able to download
Yeah,
that?
because yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go to that. I think I'm not. Just I'm checking whether it is working or not. Okay.
Uh,
So from your end, some
yes.
people will say like, yeah, sir, I'm not able to open it. I'm not able to view it like that. So is it okay? Then fine. So go through that videos one by one. You will be perfect. So in depth it is there. My videos only. Don't worry. Okay. So you can go through that. That is one thing. And yeah, Jira, and tomorrow what we will do, once you go through this video, any doubts are there, please ask me. I will be ready to explain. And apart from that, yeah, resume preparation for manual part. Till now, whatever we did, resume preparation and interview questions we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. Okay. And next, then we can start your Selenium. I think you joined for Selenium, right? My automation part. So we'll see that. So once whoever is interested, so we can start Selenium part after that. So tomorrow, what we'll do, once you go through this video and let me know, is that okay? Uh, any doubts, I will clarify on that also. And then we'll prepare your resumes. I'll give you some sample resumes, and I'll make you like each one will be a student, experienced person. How you are trying, you just explain your profile. Based on that, I'll give you the resume. I mean, I will prepare the resume. Then, you can start applying, right? Any doubts related to that interview? How the questions will be asked, and all. Also, I'll explain. Is it fine to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Here, any doubts? Okay. Yeah, just go through that. And we'll go step by step. So no hurry, worry. Okay, go through the videos. Ask me the questions. I'm ready to explain. And we'll go and understand the interview point of view also, how the questions will be asked. And then, yeah, there you feel confident, then we'll try. Okay, then you can start applying the jobs, manual testing, and parallelly you can start learning the automation course also. Not an issue. Sometimes you may get on manual part only. Yeah. Okay, you can join. Or else if you want to apply for automation, especially I want to be an automation engineer. Okay, after learning the course, you can try for that also. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll put in a resume that I have knowledge on Selenium. I have knowledge on some automation too. That's it. But you want to be an expertise, you have to go and learn that too. Yes, we anyhow will be learning. So that we'll plan. So meanwhile, our resume will be ready. We'll put that resume. You can start hunting the job. So, however, like how your plan is, please let me know. Then I can, based on that, I can guide you. Okay. Just go through this videos now first. You'll see that tomorrow session I will discuss like whatever doubts you have related to, and I will go and understand that resume preparation and all the tomorrow section. Okay. Any doubts till now?
Sir, can you explain what is like difference Kanban, like yesterday in Zira you said,
Hmm.
in Scrum?
Yes. Generally, what will happen? Scrum and Kanban is what? Suppose this is the some to-do list. This is, let's say, in progress list. This is, let's say, done list. This is a board, entire board. Okay. So what is happening in the Kanban? Suppose these are the whatever we are telling that stories, right? User stories, right? So those user stories directly will be in the to-do list. Okay. So that means that, or else you can say requirements will be in the to-do list. All the list of stories will be here. So what they will do, the stories, they will take one story and they'll drag to in progress list. So here they start developing, they start testing, and once as soon as this requirement move to the done stage, immediately one more requirement will be coming into the progress stage. Once this is done, it moves to the done stage. Immediately it comes to one by one. See how when it is moved to the other stage, see this will be reducing, right? Once suppose there are 1, 2, 3. Okay, one is over. It moved to the done stage. So what is left? 2 and 3. Only 2 and 3 will left? No, the fourth one will again come into the in progress state. That means it won't be, so until this all requirements are completed, this keep on going like that. I mean, like 1 second. Here in the Scrum process, how we are planning in the sprint wise, sprint 3 weeks, sprint 4 weeks, like that, right? But in the Kanban, once this requirement is over, we'll take this, right? Once this requirement is over, parallelly the development testing will go on and it moves to the next stage. Once it is done, again one more requirement will come into this bucket. Okay, and once by the time this is completed, one more will come into this bucket. So like that, it keeps on going in the Kanban. So whereas in the Scrum, we are planning in the sprint wise, like sprint, one sprint, so many stories we are putting. Other sprint, so many stories we are putting. Like unless one sprint is over, we go with the second sprint, right? Here, how it is going? This requirement is planning, design, development, testing is done. Move to the client demo. We are giving demo to the client. Immediately, one more requirement will come into the development stage. Immediately we design, develop, and give demo to the client. That it goes on continuously, like in Kanban, right? Whereas in the Scrum, you create sprints wise, you'll be delivering sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, like that. Got it? When you see the template, what you can able to see there? Some user stories you can see. Only you can able to see some tasks, right? When you just try to create, you cannot see that creating sprints and all, right? So you open one template, you just when you open the template related to Kanban, you see this what modules are visible in that Kanban template. You observe, you will easily understand. But only the thing difference is what,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, the difference is like here we go with sprint wise. There directly that requirements or stories will be, one story is completed, deliver. Immediately one more story will come into the bucket. Again, that is design, develop, test, and deliver, like that. It goes like one by one by one. But here how we are planning, some stories we are taking into sprint 1, some stories we are taking into sprint 2, some stories we are taking into sprint 3, like that. So sprint wise we are delivering, right? So that sprint can be 3 weeks. So unless this 3 weeks is completed, we are not going to add another sprint, right? Unless the 3 weeks are completed, we are not going to add another sprint. So that way we plan, like a Scrum means, right? So generally, most of the organizations follow Scrum process only. Okay, right now. Tomorrow we'll see the resume preparation. Anything? Any more doubts you want to ask? Go ahead. Or you collect your doubts and ask for tomorrow's session. Anything is fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. See you tomorrow.